The last 7 years of making and selling things on my CNC router has been filled full of a lot of highs, but even more lows. So in this video, I'm sharing my worst mistakes and what I've learned from them. All right, real quick, before I reveal my worst mistakes to you, I got a huge announcement. The CNC Side Hustle will be released April 22nd, Monday, April 22nd. And I could not be more excited. I've spent 6 months building this thing, and I think it's going to change the trajectory of so many CNC businesses out there that I just can't wait. All right, so here are some of my worst mistakes and what I've learned from them. Number 1, using the wrong wood finish resulted in losing a massive wholesale client. So what happened was I was making a product, and this was towards the beginning. This was more than 5 years ago. So I was using spray lacquer to finish this product. The product was being used where lacquer does not do well in wet conditions. It gets really cloudy, and it will get, if you set something on it, it will get rings. I didn't know that at first, so this is the key. Before I figured out what was happening, it was too late. We had already had a bunch of returns, and the wholesale client was just like, hey, sorry, this isn't working out. And at the time, I didn't know why. It wasn't until a month later when I was talking to a woodworking friend, and he said, hey, are you using lacquer? And I was like, yeah. He said, that's your problem. Number 2, sourcing low quality materials off Facebook Marketplace ended up wasting a ton of time and money on unusable wood. So this happened when I was prototyping some bar signs for a potential client. And the design called for an inch-thick oak, and then I milled out like a 1/2 inch. I was removing a lot of material. Well, anytime you remove a lot of material, the likelihood of your project bowing or warping is pretty high, even if your wood is flat to start off with. So that's what happened here is I bought some oak off from Facebook Marketplace, found a good deal on it, but it wasn't dried properly. It had way too much moisture in it. I removed that material and it just warped like a potato chip. The rule of thumb is wood, if it's not kiln dried, wood needs to dry 1 year for every inch of thickness. Make sure you're buying quality stock that is around 8% moisture content. Start off by going to a hardwood dealer that actually leverage their knowledge. You may pay a little bit more, but it's going to be worth your time in the long run just to have the confidence that what you're milling is dry. Number 3 is trying to sell high quality CNC products at a flea market. Now, when I was first starting out, this was at the very beginning. We had an opportunity to go to this flea market. I say flea market because there was literally everything there. Antiques, handmade items, food, everything you can imagine. And then I was here with my CNC signs and nice wooden items that just didn't fit the audience. So what happened was my products were really nice, but we didn't make any money. It actually ended up costing us money to go to this event, and we just didn't make any money. This is where I learned that just because you like what you make, and just because it's a quality product, it does not equal sales. I'll say that again, because this is such a vital lesson if you can learn this. Just because you make a nice product and you like it, does not equal sales. Number 4, not understanding the scale of manufacturing that I was going up against, and it ended up wasting a lot of time. Back in the summer of 2020, I was in talks with this candle company. This candle company was really big. They were featured in the New York Times and like the Today Show. We were working on a prototype for like a centerpiece thing that their big candles would sit on. And so I spent a lot of time and prototyped it, got it packaged up, sent it in the mail. So I was on the phone with the owner of this candle company, and we had communicating through email and talked price a little bit. I was at like a $12 price point for wholesale. And she told me on the phone, she's like, yeah, I can get this for like $2 to $3 overseas. And I was like, yeah, there's no way I can compete with that. I mean, that's what I have more than that in material cost. So the deal just ended. This was the first time that I had bumped up against like international overseas manufacturing. So what I learned through this was kind of my target wholesale market. And that was like boutiques or small businesses that, one, wanted to keep their products American made. They took pride in that. That was one checkbox that I looked for. Number two is maybe they couldn't afford, they didn't have the cash on hand to front, a 10,000 piece order overseas, or even a 1,000 piece order overseas, and be out that money for a long period of time, right? Because the lead times are longer with overseas manufacturing. These boutiques would order, 100 or 50 or 25 of an item. They would pay more, but they could justify that because they could get it sooner, and they didn't have to have their cash out investing in a large number of inventory. Number 5, learning the hard way on how to sell. Now, there is something to be said about going to the school of hard knocks and learning the hard way, right? Like just doing it, making the mistakes, learning from the mistakes, and getting better every time. That is a perfectly fine way to learn, and it's effective. But it's also the slowest way to learn. So back in January of 2023, last year, I was at a point in my business where I wasn't considering giving up, but I was really demoralized. I was stressed, I was burnt out, and I wasn't making the progress that I thought I should. I was putting everything into my businesses. When I say businesses, I own 2 businesses, and we just weren't getting the traction that I thought we should have. So in January of 2023, I did something that completely changed the trajectory of my business. I hired a business mentor for the first time. This decision didn't come easy though. I was hesitant and nervous, and I wish I would have done it sooner. Paying someone $1,000 a month to tell you what you're doing wrong doesn't come natural. So that decision ended up being very, very fruitful, to the point where last year in 2024, my revenue for my business increased by 86%. Now, 86% might not seem like a lot of money, but I almost doubled my revenue from 2023 to 2024. It's one of those things where I could have eventually figured it out on my own if I didn't give up beforehand. Maybe that takes me 10 times as long. Maybe I never get there. But by tapping into somebody that has already done it, knows what they're doing, and can speak into you and be like, and give you encouragement, and you have the confidence that they're leading you in the right way, was so valuable to me and completely changed my business. Again, I shared these mistakes in hopes that you do not make the same mistakes as I did, so you can see the most money coming in from your CNC side hustle as fast as possible. If you found this video valuable and you are not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you do not miss another video when I upload it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.